Welcome. This is my first video on YouTube and I am your host, the Bespoke Bengali, or as some of you might know me on X, Sensei Kraken Zero. I have decided to start this channel because I've got a lot to say about various matters and typing it out is just an ordeal. Today we are diving into a topic that's been buzzing a lot on social media. The issue of Pakistani Muslim grooming gangs in the UK. But be warned, the details of the crimes are horrific, so I'll focus more on the broader implications rather than the specifics to avoid getting my channel in trouble. So let's talk about the conspiracy of silence that has covered up this issue. For years, the UK's political establishment, including the politicians, police, and social workers, turned a blind eye to the brutal sexual abuse of children by men of Pakistani Muslim origin, primarily because acknowledging it would lead to accusations of racism. This came to a head when it was revealed in the British Parliament that around 250,000 white girls were victims. Following this, Elon Musk stirred the pot on X, targeting Prime Minister Keir Starmer, escalating the issue into a major controversy. To give you a sense of what happened, these crimes targeted girls as young as 10 to 16 years old. During Gordon Brown's administration, the Home Office circulated a memo suggesting that these young victims had made informed choices about their sexual behavior. Can you imagine? How can a child between the age of 10 and 16 make an informed choice about anything, let alone something like this? Here's one chilling example. In 2006, a 12-year-old named Samantha was abducted by two men. She was driven around, raped, and then thrown out of the car. She sought help, but her helpers turned out to be sexual abusers as well, and she was raped by at least 7 men for 24 hours straight. The ringleader in this case, Shakil Chaudhary, was sentenced to just 3 years. 3 years for a crime as heinous as gang raping a child for 24 hours. Can you wrap your head around that? It's psychopathy at its finest. The book Easy Meat by Peter McLaughlin delves into this issue deeply. It's a tough read, revealing how these crimes were systematically covered up to preserve the myth of multiculturalism at the expense of these children's lives. These gangs even used pregnancy and forced abortions as punishments. They're not just criminals. They are monsters feeding off the system's reluctance to act out of fear of being labeled racist. Elon Musk has been particularly vocal on this issue, calling for Keir Starmer's resignation and for the dissolution of Parliament due to his role in the Crown Prosecution Service during these events. But this isn't just about one party. This issue has persisted under both Conservative and Labour governments at the centre for decades. The most incendiary thing about all of this is that democratic politics helped these criminals prey on young children for decades. The focus on winning elections had led to a cover-up of crimes that perplexes and bewilders the human mind regarding how on earth was this allowed to go on. For 3 decades, political actors in the UK had incentives to ignore this crisis because addressing it might alienate key voter bases or risk being branded racist. The Conservative Party felicitated this cover-up because they were too afraid to be called racist. The only Prime Minister in recent British history who took decisive action was Rishi Sunak. He created a task force that led to significant arrests and protection of children. His task force arrested at least 500 criminals in the first year and helped protect at least 4,000 young girls. Yet his efforts didn't save his political career. He suffered one of the worst defeats in decades. There's also a racial and class dimension here. Most victims were from white working class backgrounds, often from broken homes, making them extremely easy targets. Would the reaction from the establishment be the same if these were the children of the elite? I doubt it. This phenomenon, by the way, isn't unique to the United Kingdom. Similar patterns are seen in India with love jihad and in the Netherlands with the lover boy phenomenon. But the governments in both these countries have taken the issue seriously and are trying their goddamn best to tackle this issue, although these crimes continue to happen in Netherlands and in India. The silence and inaction from the authorities in the UK are not just failures, they are betrayals. We need solutions for this that aren't just politically correct. They need to be effective. Protecting our children should never be a matter of diplomacy. That's all for today. If you found the discussion enlightening or if you have thoughts to share, please drop a comment. Hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives like this. Thanks for watching.